Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I want to thank my buddy Paul Springett because I had it in my mind to clean up and refurbish this, or try to refurbish this Terror Padlock, and so I set about doing that. I had it setting in a vinegar bath again for another 12 hours to just clean the insides with it torn apart like this. And then I got some 400 grit emery cloth and I went to polishing these pieces. And one of the little springs for this lever right here broke, which I knew that would probably happen. And they're kind of like a specialized piece, you know, they're crimped in there. But what I want to show you is how well it cleaned up, you know, with just polishing it up and stuff. And I figured out the mechanism because I was looking at it and I was going, how is this going to work? There's no corresponding notch in this to catch into this cutout right here. So my thought was that the levers were just going to lever down somehow. But what really happens with these is, now this post on the other side right here holds the lever stacks. So you got to imagine that that post is right there and that this is a lever and the spring is pushing up against the body. These are held captive inside there instead of the other way. The other type of lever locks they have is the post is on the outside and you've got to line this notch up to fit in there. What they're doing here is the opposite. It's trapped in here with its various gates and everything, and they're sitting like this. And when you stick a key in here, you stick a key in, you're going along and you're manipulating these until they line up and this post can escape and go up, not sideways or down. So you can see that this, I couldn't clean the shackle because this wire right here is old. It's probably going to break, and it's crimped in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's hammered in to hold it in place. But there's a corresponding cutout in here. So anyways, when this thing lines up and you've got your key, this whole mechanism pushes up. And I was wondering, well, what if you only got it part way? What if you could just pull this whole thing up? You can't, because this is captive and it's designed to swing out. That's what that thing is. The whole post comes up and it swings out. Until that time, you can't open it because the only way it clears is to swing backwards like that. And the only way it can swing backwards is to get fully up and past that cutout up there. So like I said, it's a simple little design, but it's just pretty remarkable the way they engineered it. I took these pliers right here and had to bend this up a little bit to get it to work. But yeah, I'm not gonna you know, I was thinking about I would fully reassemble it, but a lot of these are like exploded diagram things for me, you know, like if I'm wondering, I wonder how this mechanism works. A lot of times I'm looking for where they're using these posts and what these posts are being used for. And like I said, this guy really confused me because I looked up here and I went, wow. A lot of times they put stuff over here and they've got the bolt held, you know, holding a cutout over here on this, and you've got to move something this way to allow it to come up. But this is the first time I've seen one like this where the whole, you know, mechanism comes up like that. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you that all this was done by hand brushing. And when you work with vinegar, it gets into your skin. So, you know, I washed my hands before this, but there were most of the dirt that came off this padlock went onto my hands. But there you go. That's inside the Terror Padlock, and this is what it looks like after it's cleaned up. And I just thought I'd show you that interesting little mechanism they had here. People over in Europe and England and stuff like that, they're used to lever locks. But here in America, they pretty much gave up on lever locks after like the 40s and 50s. You know, everybody just switched over to either pin tumblers or wafers. You know, they didn't mess with these too much anymore. So it's pretty rare for us to run into lever locks unless you run into the antique ones, you know, or modern day handcuffs. That's a lever lock. Anyways, thank you for watching and happy picking, everyone.